The whispers are getting louder. Could Amber Marshall, the heart of Heartland, really be facing a breakup in her own life? Fans are asking if the actress who plays Amy Fleming, a character known for deep loyalty and love, is now living through a real-life split from her husband, Shawn Turner. The idea seems almost impossible for many, but the internet is full of theories, screenshots, and timelines trying to piece together the truth. This isn't just a story about one actress, it's about how the private lives of stars can suddenly become public property, especially when they're part of a show that's been in our lives for nearly 2 decades. Amber Marshall has been the face of Heartland since 2007, guiding viewers through the ups and downs of life on the Bartlett-Fleming ranch. Her character has endured heartbreak, loss, and new beginnings, and audiences have always felt a connection to her. That connection is part of why her personal life is suddenly a hot topic. When you've watched someone grow up on screen, it feels like you know them, but in reality, the line between on-screen personality and real life can be far wider than fans realize. Amber's marriage to Shawn Turner was always kept away from the cameras, but that hasn't stopped people from noticing when something seems different. The first sparks of divorce rumors began quietly. A few fans pointed out that Amber hadn't shared any new photos with Shawn in quite some time. Others noticed subtle changes in her social media posts about her animals, ranch projects, and Heartland, but nothing about her husband. In today's digital age, silence often speaks louder than words, and the absence of public appearances together was enough to stir speculation. Soon, these small details were being discussed in fan groups and comment sections, with people wondering if something had changed behind the scenes. Of course, the internet thrives on speculation. A missing anniversary post here, a solo event appearance there, and suddenly people are crafting full narratives about what must be happening. Some even pulled up older interviews and tried to compare Amber's tone when talking about Shawn in past years to more recent public moments. But these comparisons are often flawed after all. No one's demeanor stays exactly the same over time. It's worth asking if we're looking for signs because we want drama, or if there's truly something there. What's clear is that Amber herself hasn't confirmed anything. No divorce announcement, no statement from her team, nothing official at all. That silence is both frustrating and fascinating to fans. For some, it's proof that the rumors are baseless. For others, it's evidence that there's something to hide. The truth may be far simpler. Amber might just be someone who doesn't feel the need to broadcast every personal detail to the world. And given her history of keeping her marriage out of the spotlight, this wouldn't be surprising. Still, there's no denying that these rumors have added another layer of intrigue to the lead-up for Heartland Season 19. Fans are now watching her on-screen moments more closely, searching for signs that art might be imitating life. Could a storyline in the new season mirror these whispers about her personal life? Or are viewers just projecting their own theories onto the show they love? As the drama builds off-screen, it seems only to make the anticipation for the new season even stronger. The spark that ignited the Amber Marshall and Shawn Turner divorce rumors didn't start with a single dramatic headline. It began as a slow-burning curiosity among fans. At first, it was small observations buried deep in the comments of Heartland fan pages. A few people noticed that Amber, who once occasionally shared snippets of her life with Shawn, hadn't posted a photo of the two together in months. This might sound harmless, but in today's social media-driven culture, even the smallest change in online behavior can send speculation spiraling. Fans began to compare her current posts full of ranch life, horses, and behind-the-scenes shots from Heartland with older content that sometimes included her husband. The difference was subtle, but enough to make people start asking questions. From there, the conversation took on a life of its own. Longtime followers began digging through past interviews and public appearances, trying to find the last time Amber and Shawn had been seen together. One of the most talked about observations was that they hadn't attended any major public events as a couple for quite a while. The last time fans could clearly recall them appearing side by side was years back during a charity event and a promotional shoot. Since then, Shawn seemed to fade from the public eye entirely, which only fueled more questions. Social media, of course, played a huge role in magnifying the situation. A single comment speculating about their relationship would get dozens of replies, each adding their own theories or evidence. Some fans pointed out that Amber no longer mentioned her husband in interviews. Others claimed she had been spotted traveling alone or attending community events without him. Theories piled up quickly, and soon the absence of proof was being treated as proof of absence. It's a classic case of how modern fandoms operate. When something is missing, people fill in the blanks themselves, often with the most dramatic possibilities. Adding to the mystery was Amber's long-standing preference for privacy. From the start of her career, she made it clear she didn't want her marriage to become a public spectacle. This meant there were fewer couple photos or interviews to begin with, which made any changes even more noticeable. In the eyes of fans, going from rarely seen together to never seen together was a big leap. But the truth is, there could be dozens of reasons for this shift: scheduling conflicts, personal boundaries, or simply a choice to keep their life more private. Still, in the world of celebrity speculation, the simplest answer often gets overshadowed by the most sensational. It didn't help that these whispers coincided with some major shifts in Heartland. With season 19 on the horizon, cast changes, plot teasers, and production updates were already stirring excitement. For some fans, it seemed too coincidental that rumors about Amber's personal life would surface right when the show was making headlines again. Conspiracy-style theories started appearing online, suggesting that either the rumors were being kept quiet to avoid overshadowing the show, or that Heartland writers might even use elements of her real life in upcoming storylines. Of course, none of this has been confirmed by Amber or anyone close to her. The only thing certain is that the conversation isn't slowing down. Each new Instagram post from Amber gets analyzed by fans. If she's wearing her wedding ring, it's proof they're fine. If she's not, it's confirmation of a split. Even unrelated posts, like a photo of her horses or a scenic sunset, get flooded with comments asking about Shawn. The rumor mill has reached a point where anything she does or doesn't do gets pulled into the narrative. By the time Heartland season 19 premieres, this speculation could either fade away or reach new heights, depending on what Amber chooses to share or not share with the public. Until then, the absence of clarity ensures that fans will keep connecting dots that may not even belong to the same picture. Asterisk. Amber Marshall has always walked a fine line between being a beloved public figure and fiercely protecting her private life. While many actors allow their personal relationships to blend into their public image, Amber has made it clear over the years that her marriage to Shawn Turner is something she keeps firmly out of the spotlight. This decision has shaped how fans perceive her. Some admire the privacy, while others find it mysterious, even frustrating. And now, with divorce rumors circling, that choice to remain guarded is only adding fuel to the speculation. To understand why these rumors have gained so much traction, it's important to look at how Amber has built her public persona. She's not a celebrity who thrives on red carpets or paparazzi shots. Instead, she shares moments from her ranch, her animals, and her community. Her Instagram is filled with horses grazing in the field, dogs lounging in the sun, and behind-the-scenes glimpses from Heartland. This paints a picture of someone grounded, connected to nature, and focused on meaningful work rather than chasing fame. But that same quiet lifestyle means there are fewer public clues for fans to interpret about her personal relationships. When she does speak in interviews, Amber often talks about her values: hard work, family, and staying true to herself. Yet she rarely, if ever, goes into detail about Shawn. This has been her style from the beginning, so it's not as if she suddenly stopped sharing. But in an era where celebrities post every milestone and private moment online, her silence stands out. And for some fans, that silence is like a puzzle they can't resist solving. They compare her approach to other Heartland cast members who are more open about their relationships, and they notice the contrast. The danger with this kind of speculation is that it blurs the line between Amber the actress and Amy Fleming, the character she plays. On Heartland, Amy's love life is a central part of the story. and her emotional connections drive many of the show's most powerful moments. Viewers have watched Amy navigate heartbreak, rebuild trust, and fight for the relationships that matter to her. For many fans, it's hard not to project that same emotional arc onto Amber's real life. They want the stability and romance they see on screen to be reflected behind the scenes. And when they suspect that's not the case, it can feel oddly personal. What's interesting is that Amber has managed to avoid the typical tabloid drama for most of her career. While other actors deal with constant paparazzi coverage and gossip articles, Amber's more rural, low-profile lifestyle has shielded her from much of that. She lives in Alberta, far from Hollywood's constant glare, and her daily life seems centered on the ranch, her animals, and the local community. But the internet has changed how privacy works. You no longer need paparazzi to stir up rumors. A single untagged photo, a missing anniversary post, or a casual observation in a fan forum can spread like wildfire. It's also worth considering that Amber's fan base is unusually invested. Heartland isn't just another TV drama, it's one of the longest-running family series in the world. The audience has stuck with it for nearly 2 decades, building a deep connection not just to the characters but to the actors themselves. For many viewers, Amber feels like an old friend. And when you sense something might be wrong in a friend's life, your curiosity and your concern naturally grow. That emotional bond is a powerful thing, but it can also make fans forget that the person they're watching has a right to keep certain things private. Amber's ability to maintain that boundary between public and private life has been part of her strength. It keeps the focus on her work, her values, and her passions rather than her personal drama. But it also creates a vacuum of information, and in the entertainment world, a vacuum rarely stays empty for long. When fans can't get answers, they create their own stories, and once those stories take hold, they're incredibly hard to stop. As Heartland Season 19 approaches, the speculation about Amber Marshall's personal life is becoming almost as big a talking point as the show itself. Fans aren't just asking what will happen to Amy Fleming on screen, they're wondering if Amber's off-screen life is quietly influencing the storylines. It's not hard to see why this idea has taken hold. Over the years, Heartland has often mirrored real-life themes, from loss and change to rebuilding relationships. When viewers suspect something significant is happening behind the scenes, they start looking for clues in every new plot twist, every emotional scene, every subtle shift in Amy's demeanor. Season 19 is already shaping up to be a season filled with emotional challenges for the characters. The teasers hint at changed relationships, tested, unexpected arrivals, and choices that could alter the future of the ranch. For longtime fans, this is familiar territory, but there's a new undercurrent this time. Some are convinced that if Amber is going through something personal, it might translate into a more raw, emotional performance on screen. They're looking for moments where Amy's story might be talking to Amber's real life. Even if that connection is entirely imagined, this kind of blurred line between fiction and reality is powerful and risky. It keeps fans deeply engaged, but it can also overshadow the hard work of the entire cast and crew. Instead of talking about the writing, cinematography, or new characters, conversations start to circle back to, is Amy's storyline a reflection of Amber's marriage? This isn't a new phenomenon in television. Actors' personal lives have been linked to their characters for decades. But in Heartland's case, the bond between the audience and the show is so personal that these rumors hit harder. Some fans even think the Heartland writers might lean into the buzz, whether intentionally or not. Imagine a plotline where Amy faces a major relationship decision or where her independence takes center stage. For those already following the rumors, it would feel almost like a secret wink from the show to its viewers. Even if the writers had planned such a story months ago, the timing could make it feel like art imitating life. And in television, perception often matters as much as reality. On the other hand, there's the possibility that the rumors will have no bearing at all on Season 19. Amber has proven time and again that she can separate her personal life from her professional work. She's an experienced actress who has navigated emotional storylines without drawing from her own private struggles, if any exist. In fact, her dedication to her craft might mean that fans won't see any noticeable change at all, regardless of what's happening off-screen. For Amber, protecting her personal boundaries may be the key to delivering her best performances without distraction. What's certain is that the speculation has added another layer of anticipation to the season. The audience isn't just waiting for plot twists, they're reading between the lines, searching for hidden meaning in every scene. This dual engagement with both the fictional and the real can be a double-edged sword. It keeps people talking, sharing theories, and tuning in week after week, but it also risks turning the conversation away from the artistry of the show and toward unconfirmed gossip. In the end, whether Amber Marshall is divorced from Shawn Turner or not, Heartland remains what it has always been, a story about resilience, love, and family, both chosen and blood. Amber's talent and dedication to the role of Amy Fleming have been constants for nearly 2 decades, and season 19 is unlikely to change that. The ranch will still face challenges, the characters will still grow, and the emotional core of the series will still be there for fans who have followed it from the beginning. As the new season unfolds, the wisest choice for viewers might be to enjoy the journey without trying to solve a mystery that Amber herself has never invited them into. After all, Heartland has always been about more than any one relationship. It's about the bonds that survive through every twist and turn. And maybe, just maybe, that's the part of the story worth focusing on.